use of the visa policy, which we call NBF 2020, the new visa policy. As my minister spoke, and as Mr. President spoke, it's very clear. Every nation has to make its visa based on its need. Your economic development, your social development, your security issues, it has to be based on that. And what is key in it that this policy has been stated, it has taken care of security. Mr. President has spoken, Minister has spoken, and we have mentioned many issues that the national security will not be compromised. Secondly, we said it will be of economic benefit to this country because we are looking at areas Nigerians need help. Let me give you an example. There is a visa for emergency relief on arrival. We are not praying. If there is a disaster, we can allow somebody to come quickly and pick a visa. That show that there will be no bureaucracy on issues. We have visa for pre-transit visa for Nigerian carriers. If a Nigerian airline is carrying a passenger, let's say from London, and they want to come to Lagos, from Lagos there is also a connection to Benin Republic or to Accra. That Nigerian carrier you use will exempt you from getting a transit visa. You can see the innovation of supporting internal enterprise. There is a visa which allows people to come and collect visa at the point of entry if they are purchasing Nigerian product. This happens in many countries. I give you an example. If we suppose now, instead of us to be selling cashew nut or cocoa, we decided to manufacture it here. This visa said, look, if you are coming as a cocoa purchase businessman, come and pick your visa at airport once there is evidence for it. We have visas that linked our relationship with our citizens. There are people who have gotten nationality of other countries, not because they don't like Nigeria, but because they have to take the nationality of the country they are residing. There are countries in the world that doesn't accept dual citizenship, even though Nigeria accepts dual citizenship. So they are forced to renounce their citizenship. I give you many countries: Germany, India, Japan. There are many countries like that. If you say, no, my country accepts dual citizenship, they say you can keep your nationality. If you want to take our nationality, you have to renounce your citizenship. So what we are saying is that that man took that citizenship not because he doesn't like Nigeria. He can get a visa on arrival at the point of entry because he's a Nigerian by birth. So these visas categories have been created in order to soften the system. Also student visas, which we don't have before, you give them business. We want people to come and study in this country with the time going. Even we have medical. People are saying that we are doing a lot of medical tourism. Yes, but you'll be surprised. Some of our neighbors are coming, and some people will come for medicine. You know, my minister said even spiritual, so it's possibility. So we have different categories of visa up to 79, up to tackle this category. I would like to state that this visa will be on reciprocity. My supervisors have clearly given me directives. The minister and Mr. President will be reciprocity. For example, if we continue to give you visa on arrival and you make it difficult for us, we can retaliate. If you give us 10 years, we'll give you 10 years. Multiple. If you give us 5, we'll give you 5. We can't continue to give you 5 and you don't give Nigerians 5. So this visa is flexible. It takes care of national interests, and it is a visa that everybody will be proud of because it will be e-based. We are already doing e-based visa. The visa on arrival, you can go to www.immigration.gov.ng, the portal for visa on arrival, complete your application if you are coming for business visa. You will be asked to pay, you pay online, you will get approval, you come to the airport with a visa. We have reached that level. There is no contact between you and an officer. You do it online. You come to the airport and you get your visa. Many fears have been addressed. People, security issues will come up. There will be terrorists in our country. What we are saying is that we have developed a system now. It's even more secure for you to get a visa at the airport than to get visa in any of the African countries. We have given reason. If you have traveled recently, you will see that nobody enters or leaves Nigerian airport until he takes a biometric. If you are in doubt, go and see. Even myself, I returned from a trip. I had to give my fingers and my photograph. Secondly, the visa you get here is biometric, which will capture your photograph, will take your biometric picture. But if you are getting visa in one of these African countries, we are yet to deploy. So what we have done is even enhance national security, because we are connected with the Interpol database for wanted person in our airport, real-time online. People should appreciate that there is no security fear on this. We have to open our market, we have to be competitive, but we have to be careful in terms of not to compromise national security. Thank you, Honourable Ministers.
Gentlemen of the press, it's my pleasure to announce that the President of the Federal Republic, President Buhari, has just launched Nigeria Visa Policy MVP 2020. The essential ingredient of this policy is that from mere 3 broad categories of visas, which is visiting visa, temporary residence visa, and permanent residence visa, which was previously broken into 6, we now have a broad generalized policy allowing or providing for 76 classes of visas. So from 3 broad, from 3 limited to 6 maximum before, but now 76 classes of visas, addressing virtually every aspect of human need on entry and exit of a nation. The goal is to enhance the business opportunities and potentials of our country. And it's my joy and pleasure to allow the Controller General of Immigration to adumbrate on this and give you fuller information, technical, on the content, character, and form of the Nigeria Visa Policy 2020. I thank you. To take that mantle and give appropriate leadership. That's general, now specific. Listening to the technical details of the Controller General, I don't think anybody should exercise or entertain any fears again. He did mention something. It's called MIDAS, which I went to launch. MIDAS is Migrant Information and Data Analysis System, MIDAS. If you want to go to the origin, the root of MIDAS, MIDAS is the touch, is in Greek mythology, is a touch that turns everything to gold. That is the root of MIDAS. But it's the acronym for Migrant Information and Data Analysis. It's in all our airports. What does it mean? It means that whoever visits Nigeria will have his biometric taken. We will upgrade that to even iris, but it's still at ordinary thumb impressions. All your fingers will be taken. And immediately that is done with what he told you about of I-24/7, Interpol 24/7. You are immediately exposed to the database of Interpol, and everything about you, if you have a criminal record, universally, is exposed. So there is no way the Nigerian security can be compromised with what is on ground. Again, well, let me be very, very clear on this. We have 5 international airports where migrants can enter, or visitors can enter Nigeria. 5. 1 is not functioning, which is Enugu. The rest, Kano, Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, are functioning. And in each of those 4, you have this system deployed. So where is the fears? And that's those are the only ports of entry for international visitors. So I do not in any way believe there is any room to entertain fears at all. Our security is guaranteed and our territorial integrity is not compromised. I would have shifted this to Minister of Information, but I just got an angle, that human angle, that I want you all to laugh about. If you look at the document before you, what strikes you is not the color of immigration that is there, it's the lady that holds the board telling you where to go. And it's done consciously. at least in human community, the most trustworthy, that is the most trusted species of mankind, are the women. Men can do anything they want to do. Statistics have shown that they are the least in number of convicts or inmates in our correctional facilities or custodial facilities. And that's not a reflection of their demographic ratio or proportion. So when you put women in front, you are saying that you have conquered corruption to a large extent. Men have greater propensity to be corrupt. No, and I'm not accusing men, I'm just saying that they are more prone to corruption. That is one. And it's general. Now to be specific, it's good to be specific. To be very, very specific, the CG told us that this process has been digitized. That is, the human element there is very, very limited. Until you get to the immigration desk at the airport, there is no human element. There is no human contact. You do your processing online. It's between you and your computer or your electronic device, whichever one. You know, you can use television now to even access internet. So whichever electronic device you want to use is the only access to get to us through www.immigration.ng.gov or .gov.ng. So with that, you finish all your process of obtaining a visa if you pay online. So when you now get to our desk, you meet the immigration officers who have been properly trained. And this process has been on since 2013. We have developed strategy for coping with all sorts of human beings requiring all sorts of services. Yes, we cannot say we are foolproof, but with what we have done in training, capacity building, supervision and management, we have reduced to the barest minimum level possible any occurrence and opportunity of corruption. So barring evil, and attack of Satan, it's impossible for us to have any threat to our security as we have claimed. And it's meant, however, to enhance the Nigerian security and its economic interest. Be clear on that. Over to you.
I think the Honorable Minister of Interior has actually answered the question that the border drill, and it's targeted at three main issues. One, we insist that our neighbors, that's Niger and Benin Republic in particular, must obey the ECOWAS protocol on transit. Two, it also has to do with the national security of the country, and on the contrary, it has helped the economy rather worked against the economy in terms of local capacity, in terms of especially in the area of agriculture, poultry, and the other. And it's not going to be a permanent border drill as soon as our neighbors agree to obey the ECOWAS protocol on transit, would go back to what it used to be. Thank you.
It is with pleasure that I welcome you to State House Abuja on this occasion of public presentation of the Nigerian Visa Policy 2020. This is an important policy document which seeks to complement our efforts towards protecting our national identity and the defense of our sovereignty and territorial integrity. Earlier in the course of this administration, we introduced the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan 2017 to 2020, with one of the objectives being to minimize bottlenecks which impede innovation and market-based solutions for building an inclusive economy. The Nigerian Visa Policy 2020 is intended to attract innovation, specialized skills, and knowledge from abroad to complement locally available ones. I am confident that the implementation of the Nigerian Visa Policy 2020 will support the attainment of a globally competitive economy for Nigeria by building on the efforts of the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council. The policy is expected to improve the business environment, attract foreign direct investment, and boost tourism without compromising national security. This Nigerian Visa Policy 2020 provides an avenue to achieve African integration by the introduction of visas on arrival for short visits to Nigeria for holders of passports of African Union countries. I therefore commend the document to the international community, foreign and local business entities. We are open for business. Thank you, and God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Before you clap for me, I would like to make a statement that